Hi, I'm Kevin Jones with Lakeland Electric. Today we're going to go over some tips on how to save energy in your home. We're going to cover air conditioning, water heating, we're going to cover some insulation, and we're going to look at windows. So come on, let's go get started. Windows are the number 2 source of heat coming into your home, with the attic being number 1. So we do want to focus on some windows. Let's take a look at what the temperature is in here. I have about 86 degrees coming in through on this side of that window. On the back side of the window, the temperature is 95 to 98 degrees. This particular window, being a double pane thermal glass window with a low E coating on it, which is low emissivity, actually holds the heat out. It reflects the heat, and that's what's happening in here. That's why we have such a good temperature difference from the outside to the inside. So the window's doing its job. Windows, however, are very expensive, and one of the things you want to do is really do your homework, and there's a couple of websites you can go to. Both of those are very comprehensive websites and have some really good information that will lead you in the right direction. Ceiling fans are one of those controversial items to be such a small thing. Do I leave them on? Do I turn them off when I leave the room? You should always make sure you turn ceiling fans off, just like you do your lights, whenever you exit a room. Fans cool people, they do not cool the room. Here we are in the attic. You find all kinds of great stuff up here in the attic. Insulation, air handlers. Today we're looking at some insulation. We have up here radiant barrier behind me. That's the silver stuff you get to see. And on the floor, on the ceiling levels, we have InsulSafe, which is a white blown-in fiberglass. Like I said before, the attic area is the number 1 area for heat gain. This is where the majority of the heat comes into Lakeland homes, Florida homes. This is the area that probably needs the most attention in your home. Here we are down from the attic. Thank goodness. It was a little warm up there, but not as warm as it could have been, because this particular house had radiant barrier that we looked at with the aluminum stuff up there. Well, this is the other insulation. It's called InsulSafe. This is one type of it, white blown-in fiberglass. It also comes in the yellow and of course the Pink Panther. We all know about that. This is an example of R30. You can see this is a 12-inch box, and we have 12 inches of insulation. That's approximately what this particular product looks like at that level. Other types of insulation may not be quite as tall. If you roll in batt insulation or rolled in insulation, it wouldn't be as deep. If you use cellulose, the type that they sell at a lot of the big box stores, Home Depot, Lowe's, those kind of places, that type of insulation is cellulose, and it would be, because the R value per inch is a little bit better, it wouldn't be quite as deep, somewhere around 10 inches of that. This stuff is more like cotton, not really like a fiberglass, even though it is still spun glass, just like the yellow, the pink, and all those rock wools that we used to see in the attics that are real itchy. It's basically the same type of product. The cable guys and the air conditioning guys, when they come down, they used to have to take the cold showers and get this stuff off of them. Now they don't have to. This doesn't itch. We can take and rub it right into our skin. The number 2 user in most homes of electricity is the water heater. Here we see a standard 40-gallon water heater with cutoff and pop-off valve. The most common things to go wrong on a water heater are down here with the elements. Many times the lower element will burn out, and the customer will find that the showers are shorter, they don't quite have as much hot water as they used to. It's a very simple fix. You just simply remove the lower element, install a new one, and you're back working to top efficiency. Speaking of efficiency, we have a couple of things that you can do on a water heater. One is an external blanket that will wrap around the water heater to help hold in the heat, thus cutting down the what we call standby losses on the water heater. Standby losses are those losses that take place not as a result of using water through a shower or washing dishes or laundry, but standby losses occur when the water heater is sitting here all by itself, and you can even feel this water heater. It's actually a little warm on the outside. and that's a result of those losses of heat emanating through the outside, through the insulation, and through the skin of the water heater. To cut those, you want to add external wraps, such as the one we just showed you. They also make one that's a bubble wrap that has that foil in it, very similar to what we saw in the attic. It's a radiant barrier type of water heater insulator. One of the other things, the energy guide sticker that is found on all water heaters and on most appliances is not an indicator of how much efficiency there is in that unit. It doesn't tell you that this particular unit is an energy efficient water heater. What it does show you is where this particular water heater will fall in line in the range. If you'll notice on that label, there's a black line that runs across with a little arrow pointed somewhere in the middle. That arrow is indicative of where your water heater, that particular water heater falls within that range. That is all it is. It's just an indicator. It does not mean that your appliance is necessarily energy efficient. The number one user of electricity in our home is our HVAC system, most commonly known as just the air conditioner. The air conditioner will run anywhere between 8 and 15 hours a day, depending on the efficiency of the particular unit that you have and the amount of insulation, which we covered earlier, that you have in your attic. The more insulation, the less this will run. Air conditioners range in efficiency from about an 8 SEER up to about a 19 or 20 SEER or SEER rating. This unit is a 10 SEER. It's the most common that's out there. As of 2005, 2006, the minimum SEER rating changed to a 13. The filter, probably one of the most misunderstood things in your home. The filter is critical. It is where all of the air goes into the air conditioning system. It is the focal point of all the air that comes out cold. Goes in warm, comes out cold. It doesn't just go in warm, it also goes in dirty. So I don't care how clean your house is, you're going to have dust particles that get trapped by the filter. Otherwise, when you pull the filter out, it wouldn't be dirty. This filter is a pleated type of filter. It's a very good filter to use. There are all kinds of filters to use. The pleated, there are some of the little blue fiberglass filters. I would recommend that you do not use those. They are made of fiberglass, very similar to what the fiberglass is that's in your attic for insulation. Makes a great insulation. Doesn't make a very good filter material. It allows a lot of particulate through, where the filter that we looked at before, the white pleated, that really stops a lot smaller particulate from going through, thus keeping the coil much cleaner. If you use those other filters, your coil's going to get a lot more dirty, and you got to have the air conditioning guy come out and do a lot more servicing to your air conditioner. It's a lot more expensive. We kind of have a rule of thumb whenever I do energy audits, and I relay this to customers. When you get your electric bill, go look at your air filter. If it's dirty, change it. If it's not, that's fine. Leave it in another month. For more ways to save on your utility bill, call us or visit us online.